You on YouTube, can you see me and hear me now? Let's see what's going on. If anybody comes back to the, there we go. Let's try this. Let's get back over here, go back to my main channel and see if I'm live. See, let's try that again. There we go. We're live now.
It's not going to work for the same person, so whenever I type
something. Okay. All right. Sync with live. All right. Am I up? I thought I would be up. Let's see what's going on. Why is it not up? Is anybody out there? This is not. On sync with. Can you hear me now? Is it live now? Can you hear me? Anybody? Can you hear me? I'm gonna turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone. All right.
How do you type?
Yes. All right. All right. Since you can hear me, it's going to be a little bit delayed for you sitting right there. So, all right, cool. So I'm sorry, guys. The YouTube version of this is in beta testing right now, and so I'm thinking that maybe that's what's going on, and it could be my Wi-Fi. It's storming out, and it's TEC, and it's we live in Houston County, so praise God, and that's kind of how it is. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to this thing. It's an app called, or it's a website called livereacting.com. And what it does is it gives us an opportunity to play a trivia game here live on either my Facebook or on my YouTube channel tonight. And then when we do this for real, I'm going to launch this out on our ECN Facebook page and see if we just get a ton of folks in and playing. But I wanted you guys to help me out first and give me a shot. So here's how this works. In this area here, I'm going to where the trivia and stuff is. I'm going to pop up this trivia game. Oops. I'm going to turn the trivia game on and sync with live.
Do you know that your dad is trying to do this?
There we go. Okay, cool. So now this is going to wind down and get ready to start here in just a minute. And oops, I got to turn the sync with live on. Now are we seeing that? We're seeing the green screen. It should be coming in just a moment on your end. There we go. Fantastic. So this count is going to count down to us, and it's going to jump us into a trivia game. And how this works is when the question pops up, you'll have 40 seconds to respond. What you'll do is in the comments, type the number 1, 2, 3, or 4 based on what answer you think is correct. And then at the end of each question, it'll tell us what the right answer is. It'll tell us who all guessed what answer, and so who got it right. And then throughout the game, it's going to keep track of points for right guesses. And then at the end, it will have a leaderboard. Tell us who won the trivia game entirely. So again, I'm sorry for the technical glitches tonight. This is why we're testing it out. This is why we're figuring out. I think it may flow smoother to Facebook. The YouTube aspect is kind of new, and this is actually the first time I've ever gone live on YouTube. So there's probably some of that as well. But we're about 30 seconds away right now. I'm going to jump over here and check the comments. Anybody have any quick questions before we jump in? Cool. Cool. Go ahead. Yeah, very good. So here we got about 13 seconds, and we're going to be jumping in to our very first live trivia. And here we go. So, oops, I'm going to need to resize this. There we go. Did that fix it? Which one of our pastoral staff members is at ECN is the youngest? Type 1 for me, Pastor Jeremy. Type 2 for Pastor Jessica. Type 3 for Pastor Metters. And type 4 for Pastor Ashley. There may or may not be a trick question in there. So check that out. Go ahead and punch those into the questions. Oh, did some of you? Oh, it looks like the answers are populating. There happened to be a trick in there. If you haven't figured it out yet, you got, oh, there it is. Nope. Here we go. The correct answer is, it's computing. It's computing. Again, this is all our first time trying this out. See if we can get this thing working. So, yeah. Come on and work. There we go. The correct answer was me, Pastor Jeremy, at 37 years old. I'm the youngest pastoral staff member. We do love Miss Ashley Allsbrooks, but she's not actually a pastor. She's our director of eKids, and she is technically a staff member of eKids and ECN, but she's not a pastor. So that was a little bit of a trick question. Gotcha. Here we go. Number 2, what is the largest island in the world? Is it the Big Island, the island of Hawaii? Is it number 2, Cuba? Is it number 3, Greenland? Or is it number 4, Australia? I know sometimes we may not think of Australia as an island because it's a whole continent floating out there by itself. And I don't know, maybe I didn't do my research. Maybe it's not technically identified as an island, but maybe that's part of the trick. Anyways, 10 seconds here. We're figuring it out. What is the largest island in the world? Here we go. Let's see what you answered. Jeff's laughing at me. I didn't take a whole lot of time working on the answers and questions. It took me long enough trying to figure out all the technology. All right. The correct answer was number 3, Greenland. And Jeff Eves and Haley Hibbler got that one right. Zach guessed Cuba. And we won't laugh too hard at him because it's tiny. But then there's Australia, which is not nearly as big as Greenland. And I did not write down all of the 100,000 and change kilometers that it spans. But there's a lot, and it's the biggest. You can Google it. Next question. Here we go. What is the name of the chicken in the movie Moana? Is it number 1, Hey Hey? Is it number 2, Hey Hey? Is it number 3, Ho Ho? Or number 4, Bob? I think Moana was onto something with this whole social
Bob.
Distancing and whatnot. I think she was just trying to get out. She was tired of being quarantined to her island, and she just needed to know how far I'll go. That was terrible singing. That was real bad.
How far I'll go?
That's the one I was thinking. Thank you. This is my co-host, Chloe. Here we go. It was not Bob. And if you put number 4 for Bob, then you were wrong. You got to think where they're coming from, what kind of island, and the spelling of his name. And let's just watch and find out. Computing.
I don't know how to spell his name, but I know which one's right.
Here we go. Oh, what an impressive group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people guessed correctly. It is Hey Hey, the idiot chicken who eats rocks. And
And
once again,
Lana into the office.
Zach, it wasn't Ho Ho. Sorry, buddy. I don't know, man. Get a little Debbie or something. We're gonna move on to the next round in 10 seconds. It's all good, man. I'm mad love for you, dude. You probably.
Stitch.
I mean, oh, yep. Somebody has a stitch thing. Then that's good.
It's probably a
I
pop.
can't see who it is.
Probably a pop.
We'll get over there in just a minute and check that out. Here we go.
Pops are gonna get it.
Which one of these is not a dwarf from the Snow White movie? 1, Sleepy. 2, Dorky. 3, Happy. Or 4, Sneezy. And Sneezy is the dwarf that is banned and quarantined at home. He's not allowed to go to the mines these days. So here we go. Sleepy, Happy, Dorky, Sneezy, Coffee, all of the angry. That's not one.
No, that's not his
That's
name.
not one.
It's Grumpy.
There we go.
Grumpy, not angry.
Which of these is not it? They are Sleepy, Happy, Sneezy, Grumpy, Dopey, Bashful, and Doc. Not among that list of 7 is the infamous.
Stargate.
Wait for it. You gotta wait till it pops up. It's all about timing.
Sorry.
Dorky. That is correct. Everybody, 100%. Everybody guessed Dorky.
Good job.
I am
Dorky.
impressed that you know your dwarfs. That's incredible. Speaking of dwarfs, my family launched into the Lord of the Rings saga the last couple weeks, and been kind of fun rewatching some of those things for me, and watching them watch it for the first time. It's kind of fun too. So Gimli the dwarf is one of my favorites. So he's got a great beard. Here we go. Who is the youngest person to ever play in the NBA? Zach, this one is for you, man. I put this in here for you. You got to know. Is it number 1, Andrew Bynum, number 2, LeBron James, number 3, Kobe Bryant, or number 4, John Stockton?
I guess who John Stockton is.
I don't know how many of these guys know who John Stockton was. I probably still have. I know I have a basketball card from not LeBron, but from John Stockton and Karl Malone, the mailman, playing for the Utah Jazz way back in the day. Karl Malone, the mailman. Yeah, playing for the Utah Jazz. Him and John Stockton, they were a pair. But the youngest person to ever play in the NBA was. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I know who it's not.
LeBron James.
It was not LeBron James. It was
He's
not the
old.
King. It was not Kobe, Rip. And it was not John Stockton. It was Andrew Bynum. That's right,
Yeah.
Zoe. It was Andrew Bynum who played in his first 6 NBA games. Played in his first NBA games 6 weeks after his 18th birthday.
Whoa.
And so he became the youngest player to ever
I know
play in the
LeBron
NBA.
James is old.
And I know, right? Well, he's
then
old
when
now,
you-
but he may not have been
And then
old when he
you were
first
talking
started.
about John Stockton, I'm like, he's old.
John is old, and
Yes.
but he entered at a normal time. So, all right, next round. Here we go.
He's old.
We've got 6 more questions to go. Having a good time. According to the song "Wagon Wheel," made popular by Darius Rucker, what was he running from in verse 2? The cold, a gambling debt, a trucker out of Philly, or COVID-19. I couldn't help it.
You couldn't. Could you, Daddy?
I couldn't
No,
help it.
You
I
couldn't.
could not help it.
You could be an announcer on a TV show. Oh, something's.
Hey, Daddy, I got it. Good.
I'm also not sure if we're about to run up on a time limit
I got
because
it.
this thing. Here we go. Can you please stop leaning on me, baby? Can you just give me a little bit of
I
space?
can't get off.
In verse 2 of Wagon Wheel,